DreamHack Masters Las Vegas is brought to you by Asus, Republic of Gamers, HyperX, Monster Energy, live at MGM Grand.
Well, each team steal away their opposition's map choice. We thought the best key for SK would be to win Train. It turns out Virtus.Pro win that, but they dominated on Cobblestone. We now go to Mirage. I think this is a perfect way to end what's hyping up to be a decent and perhaps even a great series if this goes as close as the last map.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts for both teams here. Virtus.Pro pretty quiet on the first map on Cobblestone, was a 16-8, and then SK, they looked very flat compared to what we're used to seeing on Train from them. Fallen especially didn't really get going with the AWP at all. It was quite quiet from him. He's normally so dynamic and aggressive and finding close range kills. Didn't really get rolling with that at all. I think he has to on Mirage here. It's obviously another AWP-centric map coming into it and very reliant on the AWP stepping up.
I agree, and we touched on that a little bit at the end of the last map. I think the AWP does have to be a bigger factor. We haven't seen it be pivotal in multiple situations. Obviously, Snacks had a very good round on it. On Cobblestone on the B site when he flashed above, got the 4 kills. But we haven't seen it be a regularity in the fact that every single round it's dictating what's happening. It seems to be a lot of entries, fast kills on rifles, faster plays on the Tech 9s occasionally from SK.
Sure.
So I think this map, I expect it'll slow down and ops will be a larger part, especially of mid-control.
Just give you a bit of trivia as well. The last time these two teams met on Mirage was actually back in Epicenter. It's quite a while ago.
That is quite a while ago.
That was 16-9 in favor of Virtus.Pro. So that's all we really have to worry with. Obviously, different lineup with SK, so it's difficult to take too much away from that. But the good news is for VP, they had an epic series against Nallis Vincere. It was like quad overtime, maybe triple overtime, and they've got a lot of information to gather there. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The final map of DreamHack Masters Las Vegas. SK Gaming versus Pro. Winner takes everything.
All in, high stakes, some higher than others. Apparently, if Taz wins, he gets an E-Class Mercedes. I don't know if that was broken English, it means they all win it, and he was just addressing Taz. Either way, not a bad prize. Neo, quick shots down mid. Backs off, gets the information that they are there for Fallen. Cold, Phelps now in the window as well. As he makes the jump across it, Taz gets overwhelmed, has to look both directions, can't do it, and Phelps, he fights forward. Good shot by Neo to pull back on the fact that Fur was inside of the jungle position. Bomb still going to be planted. Late rotation, Pasha just getting in position at CT. Neo still locked off as well inside of Connector. Has a long shot to hit. Bomb's not laid perfectly so that he can dart and dash and control the angle. It's fractionally to the right, as we see it right now, where Pasha is, of where Neo would prefer. But Pasha's got a lot of room inside of the site. In fact, all the way through already, and Snacks getting Fallen. He's going to clear out A main. Taco should be revealed as Snacks spots him up. It's Cold. That is the factor. He has to walk out late. They bypassed it. He knows he has the post plant. They check A main. They've checked everywhere. They haven't checked Connector. Cold goes for the first, can't line it up. They're already on the defuse. All 3 of them will block, and it's going to be a meat shield defense. They get the defuse, and not quite.
Pasha.
Not quite the extra mile.
He loves a knife, that guy, and he almost gets it there. But Cold Zera, he also comes very close to winning that round at the 3 versus 1. You're right, they weren't really aware Connector was a possibility. As soon as Cold Zera strikes, he does a lot of damage there, but he just runs out of bullets and can't finish it off. If he has a few more, potentially shuts it down, but not meant to be. And as we go into round number 2, Virtus.Pro do take an early lead here. And no force buy, of course, from SK Gaming. They got the bomb down in that pistol round. We need to get the AK-47 down in the 3rd. Objective this round, purely to try and get the bomb down. If you get a couple of kills in the process, that's amazing. But they'll be looking to round number 3 ultimately.
Cold actually hit the first shot on the peak as well. But very smart from Virtus.Pro to line everyone up, make sure the bullets didn't go through, and catch the person on the defuse. So Neo will drop a decoy back away, leaves them thinking there might be someone on the other side of the smoke that now dissolves on Catwalk. Taco waiting in Palace as well as mid-control. Covered off from SK, Virtus.Pro with guns more than willing to allow them to have it, and they go for 3 SMGs as opposed to the 5 you talked about on Train with SK. Taz spots Phelps yet again going toward the window, setting a pace and a precedent early in that position. And Taz last time, remember, was surrounded. This time he plays further back in jungle so that he's ready for when they walk up. Connector still gets tagged, and Phelps, he will push in. So similar effect. Taz does one better this time.
Well, they managed to get a kill here. Like I said, the objective really is to get that bomb down. That will really boost their chances. Every kill they make as well is going to be forcing reinvestment from the CTs. That certainly helps. They've actually got a chance here as they make their way towards the A side. The bomb's in towards Connector. Not overcommitting just yet, but there it is. Snax trying to hunt for something here. Does a lot of damage towards Taco. Cannot find the frag just yet, though.
Phelps waits inside of the vent to make sure they can't push through. Bomb now goes behind him. Connector to A. Fallen is surrounded by both Bialy at fire, Snax at A main. And with Phelps down in the jungle position, and he now dropping bomb. This looks like it may not even get planted. 8 seconds, they're gonna try and hold to it. Bialy will walk out from fire. Oh, he doesn't have a lineup, thankfully. Snax hits it because a bomb plant would have been massively beneficial for SK. 2 bomb plants to start it off would mean not only the force buy here, but even more utility on the force buy.
Yeah, it's $800 per every time the bomb goes down, so that's why it's so valuable to try and get that in there. Almost went down, like you said, the lineup wasn't quite there for the player lurking on the bomb side there, but here it comes. The SK Gaming force buy with the AK-47s here. They managed to get themselves 2 smokes, make it 3, and the AKs, of course, no real full upgrade from Virtus.Pro. They keep the UMPs in hand.
Smokes land window, and I think it was just one. It looked like it might have been 2. It looked like it missed, but I didn't quite see it. As I snapped over, I admit this because I'm looking to see what rotations are going to happen on the back of Neo being pushed up on Catwalk. This allows Pasha to get inside of the apartments a little bit deeper with a smoke down as well toward the kitchen. Fur and cold again. It's all mid from SK early in all 3 of these rounds. Pistols or guns doesn't seem to matter in that sense. And Fallen will wait toward A main. If they can clear out Connector, he'll start to go in on Bialy, who waits at Firebox with the UMP. Neo backing off, spots a shoulder. This gives the map control on Catwalk. He's got to go all the way back inside of the site. Does have Pasha to set a crossfire with, but more importantly, they get bomb into the window room via the ladder. So Taz again will come under threat. Good play, Snax. As Fallen is caught, Taz peeks right, but can't land it. Hits bullets into the vent, and Cole's able to take it back down with the AK. Back over toward B that the bomb's going, because when they lose Fallen at the front of the A site, they actually gain more ground over toward B, and Pasha now falling. It leaves Neo to rotate back in. Good time, as he does decent damage, but a better shot from coldzera, who's up to 3 kills in the round, and it's Snax rotating over first. Follow-up from Bialy, who's just getting in toward the checker room at this point in time. Kit for Bialy, and one just in front of Snax, but he won't get that far. 4 kills for coldzera, and he's got a chance, timing off, to find the ace, but it's only with 1 HP if he does. Taco's low as well. They have to play this as a team. Forget individualism. They need to win the final. That's all they care about. And as they spot it, down goes Cold. If he hits this shot, it's a problem, because that's the high HP, but Fur, he'll stand his ground.
That's why he's considered one of the absolute world's best players, Matt. Even in the 5-on-3, he's actually finding map control, never giving in, and manages to actually find 4 kills in total. Very well done by coldzera. Neo actually opened things up very nicely there. I thought that was going to be a real solid round, and then Snax joining in with a UMP. It's a difficult round for them to pick up. Obviously, they had 3 UMPs going into that. That's what we call the bonus round. We've explained that a few times this week. But they still have money left over going into round number 4 here. AWP in the hands of Snax, and Pasha will be slightly limited with the Mag 7. Same story for Neo as well, who's on the pistol. It's still a viable round with Snax. Very competent over. Let's see whether he can actually find his first pick as he goes towards middle. The flashbang successful, but the shot is not.
Shot is not. Smoke goes down. Snax could still see above that, but Taz will hold off now inside a connector on his own. The UMP, meanwhile, Fallen, inching closer to Pasha's position. And Pasha not pushing through just yet. This time, they want to pinch off mid, but good smoke usage from SK is going to lock them all out of position, and Neo has to round back at the corner, which means he's spotted by Cold, who's trying to do the damage he can. Jump across Neo. Doesn't need to reface on it. Not only that, he's also the one with the 5-7, so it's not like the range game is perfect for him from that position. So 4 for 4 now in rounds. Good shot, Snax. Spots it, predicts it. Phelps tries to go for the jump again. But 4 for 4, they've tried to go for mid. This time, Virtus.Pro playing more passive will catch them off, and Phelps or coldzera. Nice shot, Snax.
Disgusting shot there from Snax. Fallen didn't know what on God's name happened to him there, but it's going to be just coldzera. But Don't put that against him because he's very good in these clutch situations. Only has 30 seconds remaining. That's a bit of a problem. And the fact that the bomb is down as well, it's very unlikely he can find a victory here, but maybe he can find a couple of kills. He does have CTs boosting next to him. That'll make a bit of a noise and give away their position, but there you go. Do they dare run into his crosshair?
Ooh. Good trade from Pasha. He had a gun down on the first peak. Could have been possible for Cold to try and spray through, but it's the shotgun as always for Virtus.Pro that gets the last kill.
Yeah.
And the money already gone for SK.
This shot from Snack, what a round that was from him. That's why I was building it up. That the idea.
I think even more impressive. Look how fast he gets there to hit that.
The idea when you have like shotguns and pistols, if you can get an AWP and it's a chance to break the economy of the opposition, you should always take it, in my opinion. Players like that, if you have a superstar on your team that has the potential to find those AWP picks, you might as well give it a try, and you can see how that's affected SK going forward. They've had to take a full eco at this point now. Tech-9s, P250s, no nades at all, and this is a chance for Virtus.Pro to balance the books in terms of their economy and swell the bank accounts.
Pasha moving very quickly back toward Checker to relocate. It works as well. He's got a kill, so too does Neo. Double that up for Neo's efforts. But it's Cold to get the shot into him. Pasha will stand ground and stand firm. The two together in B combine for all 5, and Virtus.Pro pick up their 4th round. Momentum building for them.
Yeah, it's looking very promising right now. Money's still in a place that SK can't really buy him at. They're just shy of 4K on most of the players. They're going to take a partial investment this time. They are at 2nd stage loss bonus, so taking themselves to just over $2,000 each. They will be getting $2,900 on top of that in the next round. Or $2,400, beg your pardon.
Question as well becomes, when does SK, who's very tactical, start to go to the set pieces we knew them for on the A side?
They've been working the defaults for now, haven't they? Like, nothing really in terms of a tactical execution, but yes, you're absolutely right. We're waiting for that.
Pasha gets him underneath the window. Spots 2 going in, but can't get a lineup on him. He has to be careful not to get tagged and not to be too occupied for exactly that. When the rest of the players waltz into the site, gets fallen down before he hits the ground, leaving bomb on the deck. But it's Taco push forward that may have a chance. So Tech9 gets 1. 4 HP, goes aggressive for the other. It snacks his AWP that holds him off. The Cold as well is going to find a pick on Neo. And with 100 HP, armor, M4 picked up and bomb back in his hands. He has a chance at this, but it's Taz low HP that catches him off with good position top mid.
Yeah, a little bit of a rough spray there, but it does the job. Taz was 4 HP, so if Coldzera snapped around, he could have found him there, but Tech9 towards B. Pasha to find 2, pretty much shuts it down. They make it a little bit interesting there with pushing towards Kitchen, finding a few frags, but ultimately Virtus.Pro do make the scoreline of 5-1. Snacks it on the AWP, of course, and I'd like to see an adjustment now, maybe an aggressive play towards middle. There's no AWP still available for SK Gaming. We said Fallen dropped off on train. Could be a little bit caged, or maybe just limited in terms of the economy.
Snacks firing inside of the smokes, trying to spot them before they get to connector. Taz is ready on the other side. So even though Fur goes as fast as possible, they're down. However, it's starting to turn. It's Fallen from Palace this time, who does win the duel over toward A, which gives them a lot more opportunity to try and work inside of the site. Bialy now has to anchor and hold. Snacks will rotate out. Forget jungle, forget trying to take back ground at this point. He needs to get in a position for the retake. He's also just waiting at this point until that information comes from Bialy, so he'll play passive on the vent. Instead, though, it's Pasha. Sneaks up and catches them off. Bialy's still waiting. Confirmation they're in the site, but it's about timing. Massive gap in that smoke.
Yeah, it's horrible. Useless almost.
May actually be best for Virtus.Pro to use it because of that gap. If they're not identifying it fast enough, the op's got a line, so it's a flash instead that will distill Snacks' position and angle. Bomb will go down at default, and Snacks can't quite get the lineup toward Fallen, who now goes back toward Palace, but Pasha on the flank, ready and waiting, takes down Taco to start it off. Man advantage for Virtus.Pro as they walk toward Cold at Sandwich. And I would love a cold cut sandwich, but I'm for sure they would rather better than that the round. They're not going to get it. Both go down. Pasha, good timing, walking in behind, and it's going to be a defuse immediately.
Lovely work from Pasha overall there. He just saves the round 2 or 3 rounds in a row. He actually gets the kill where Snacks knows there's a player in towards the window room. He gets that to kick things off. There it is in his screamer now. He then rotating all the way around through T-spawn. SK seemed to be aware that was a possibility, but he's nailing every single shot in the process. So fantastic work there. And 6-1 now in favor of the Polish side. No AWP available once again for Fallen. He's been extremely limited. Another force buy here. They get the AKs, but there's only 3 smokes available. No Molotovs, no flashbangs. And this could be to their detriment, doing a simple execution here towards the A side, smokes towards the jungle and steps area, and just Fallen committing at the moment. He's falling back. Okay, so they're just trying to bait out some CT utility here, and they've got 2 players coming from underparts. That's pretty much everything they had to work with disappearing, but Neo pushing off towards shore here.
Good timing on the Molotov. Phelps has gotten by it, but it leaves him alone in the position. So mid this time, but instead of approaching toward A, the rest, they start to work into B from the apartments. Phelps winning that duel as well. Immediately a jungle means he can be fast on the flank toward the checker room. Bialy not quite in position to spot him as he rotates down from CT steps. Pasha completely overdone by that because Phelps shows up, nails the shot, and it's Neo from the wings on Catwalk that has to hold it off, can't do so. This round finally should go SK's way.
Should do. It's a 4-on-2 currently, but Taz, he's all the way from T-spawn, going towards the B apartment here. Bialy not committing just yet. He seems to believe that Fur could be near his position, but Taz hunting for something here. Bialy's actually submitted. He's gone all the way back to CD spawn, so this should be the save. There's going to be looking for the rotation frags here. Anyone exiting out of the bomb site could be a possibility. Bialy could get a couple here, depending on where they go. Phelps hunting towards middle. He's ascertained that's going to be clear, so we'll see whether they can get anything going here with the save frags, but SK do pull one back. There's that full execution towards A. They're trying to hold as many players as they possibly could on that A side before going back towards B. And in one kill picked up as they entered the B site.
Bialy does manage to hold on to the M4. But SK, great round from Phelps with 4 kills, pick up their second. They elect to leave the AWP out of the equation, at least for this approach on the terrorist side, and they'll bring up full utility. Smokes, Molotovs, flashes, single HE nade for both Phelps and Fur.
Well, we have got an adjustment now from Virtus.Pro, the double orb setup. Very good on Mirage, and we'll see whether they can get rolling with this one. Presumably one orb towards B in the hands of Pasha, and then Snacks. He's in the connector right now. And no orb still for Fallen, his signature weapon. Will be limited once more to the AK.
Watch the push inside the B apartments. Because Snack's still watching mid. They've got Pasha in a better position to look up toward the kitchen, and they're walking ever closer. Very close, but it's Neo that actually gets Fur. Now they walk in. Cold takes Neo down. Pasha backs off. He's forced to, but Phelps in middle is going to spot up Taz. It opens up Catwalk. They're going to back off B and let him go to work inside of window. All he has to do is find Bialy on the A site. Snacks has already rotated off to B. They've sold it well, and Phelps, again, is going to try and push all the way around the vent connector. Through the vent,
they have no idea.
Into checker. And even though he's gone to the site with 2 players on it, they have absolutely no idea. You're right, Snacks walks directly into his crosshair. Phelps now has drawn the attention of an angry Pasha. And he'll turn around this time and have the opportunity to put him on the ground. It's 4 HP for Fallen, 14 for Cold, but Pasha's the only one left.
Yeah, and he's lost track of where the bomb is. There's still 45 seconds remaining. Both players very low HP, but he hasn't got the kit here. With the AWP, the HP doesn't really become a factor.
But it does become a factor here in the fact that he can see through. What is that shot on Cold? But the Molotov gets him because he's so low. It was a very lovely shot, I have to say, but SK get the round.
That was nuts. Crazy to see a shot like that land, but SK desperately needed that round. This one was starting to run away from them, and they get 2 in a row now. They've actually broken the economy of Virtus.Pro. This is that shot. Was it a Quicksilver full or no scope? We'll find out. Yeah,
oh, it's just quick.
Okay. Still very impressive. And here we go then. It's going to be a full eco for Virtus.Pro here. PD50s and USPs, and Fur now finds the first frag.
Snacks trying to get on top of the fence as well, was anticipating a smoke would go down on top of Catwalk, and they would not expect him to be able to see above it. Pasha very aggressive, so setting a tempo on these ecos. But not to be outdone. SK sit back and wait for it. It's Taco inside of Palace, AK in hand, that will walk out, spot Taz. Has to be weary of the fact that after he gets Taz, Bialy's in position. He finds Phelps. Headshot lineup is a possibility, but Fur gets on the scene immediately, and it's now down to just a 2-round lead. They're whittling away slowly. Money game is back and forth, though, and still very tight.
Absolutely. Well, this default stance from SK Game, I actually like this a lot. They're getting the kills they need, and once they push the CDs back towards middle, boosting in positions like the window, ladder room, and managing to find frags all over the place and getting into advantageous position, as we saw from Phelps, in towards CT spawn and then kitchen. And now they're changing things up. So here comes a little default execution towards the A side of the map, lining up some smokes here, trying to see what they can do with the bomb on that side of the map as well. Smokes go in. There are 2 teammates in the underpass as well, so an A split. Should be quite a quick one as well, about to come in.
Flashes over on A, and we're not quite going to get to see a full execution just yet, but this time a bit more utility used at the top of jungle. This is interesting. Neo's position times it well. They know that Phelps is wanted inside of that window every single time, and that's the response. They just let them walk into a trap. Cold Zera does get Neo down in the end, but 4 versus 4, not a lot of ground still to work with. It's Snax that's the swing in all of this. He's trying to anticipate which is the correct position to be in. A site certainly is, confirmed by the fact that Taz goes down. More importantly, Bialy's found inside of the site. SK are finally starting to get working what they wanted to do with mid, finding the picks required to cause the CTs to thin themselves out and rotate exactly the way SK want them to. And what I mean by that is by having mid, they've constantly, and we saw it from Phelps twice, been able to push through and catch them off before they can set to hold ground. Falling against Pasha. Only one left is Snax. They know where he is now. Tries desperately for something pretty, but it's not going to be enough.
Beautiful round there from SK Gaming. coldzera once again going off. 3 kills for him in total. They're dropping their utility at the very start of the round there, man. They're actually dropping smokes towards the steps, the jungle, the Molotovs as well in the close range positions. It's baiting out everything the CDs had left over. And at that point, they're going back towards our mid control, coming in the slow attack towards A. And VP just can't hold it off. coldzera nailing every single shot. Another eco now for the Polish side. It should be a chance for SK Gaming to tie things up. Fallen with a decent spawn towards the A side. He's just fully committing. He's actually made his way towards Tetris at this point. And Fur coming to back him up in the connector.
Same approach yet again. Pistols out. Pasha. Smoke down is falling. Gets pushed back on A main. He's going to try and watch this from ladder. Slight gap that he wants, I guess, almost desperately to use to his advantage. It might have if he stayed in that position, but Phelps will get in and get away. And a smoke will be placed again. Wanted Snax. He certainly did. Calls it to Fur. He hits the shot. Here we go again. Phelps. He likes this window. It's like there's catnip in there and he just can't get enough of it. He keeps going back for more. Bialy does get Fur down, but it's still an all right situation, especially with that, because it's 4 versus 2 and the Pistols don't have much. I take it back because they did, for a moment, have the bomb, and that is certainly enough. Taz doing great work. They're still going to go the direction toward him. AWP, okay, good, smart call. They're going to rotate off and just go to B.
Yeah, they know exactly where he is. No need to actually challenge this for now. Phelps watching the rotation, and this could get a little bit interesting. Oh, just as he picks up the weapon, Phelps fluffs it a little bit there, but manages to recover in time to pick up that kill on Taz. So that was the eco from Virtus.Pro, but getting very close to 2 versus 1 for Taz there. If he keeps the CZ in hand, I'm saying he almost certainly gets that kill, but he finds an AK and is actually to his downfall at that point. As soon as he gets the weapon out, that's when Phelps faces, and we go into round number 13. Finally, Fallen has the AWP. It's for the first time in this half. Very strange to see that sort of occurrence happening, but they pulled things back to 6-6, and towards the window he goes, and there it is. As soon as he picks up the weapon, opens things up with an initial frag.
Fantastic work. SK do it again as well. They take down everyone. The double ops are all that remain. So after giving up 4 straight rounds, they may potentially be on the brink of picking up 6 in a row in response. Snax spots a hand inside a connector, fires through. Pasha taken down. It's all Snax. Finds the first. Very limited on real estate. Is he stuck inside of the site? Takes bomb as well, but he's quick, not that quick. Yeah. Taco walks out and puts him down.
He's so sick in the clutches, but that's a bit too much of a tall order. Does find 2 kills, and they manage to recover and pick up the AWP. So 7-6 now. Money becoming a serious problem for Virtus.Pro overall. My Max 7 comes out, the UMP as well. No kits, Snax with no grenades whatsoever. So this is a rough round for them, and Virtus.Pro wants to play. Do they go aggressive here? Do they try and push the A ramp or experiment towards middle? They've been struggling the last few rounds, so it's middle it is. Pushing up towards short and mid. Phelps to find contact first.
Snax with a flash in front of him, tries to go aggressive, does actually get cold jumping into him rather than him peeking. Neo knows they're down and coming out from bottom connector, finds Fur inside of the smoke. So Virtus.Pro finally getting rolling for the first time in a while.
Yeah. With
limited weapons. Pasha has the shotgun. Maybe if they just pick that up, it's like a good luck charm. That's the 4-leaf clover. Maybe take a shotgun to the gambling tables tonight. That'll get them some money.
Yeah, I'll get kicked out as well.
Didn't say it was foolproof. Henry did up. Taco with the AK will waltz, slowly shuffle into the site down below. He's got company. He's smart to check it. But Bialy not showing from the top of ladder. Has to be careful of his positioning. Gets impatient, starts to lead off, drops down. Taco's made noise. Bialy inside of the site hasn't spotted it yet though. Surely he must have heard this. They're on either side of each other, and the problem is that Fallen's working inside of the site. Taco, he's gonna call this as clear. As Pasha heads towards CT stairs, it's Neo going for a large flank. Taco just sitting and waiting, and Bialy with a smoke out. How does Fallen approach this? Because neither of them have information. Molotov goes down, that's the right call, but it's a smoke there. He's gonna get in the side of the site. A-main's open, but the Molotov protects. Fallen's gonna think A-main's completely open. They're gonna go toward it. Bialy gets burned. It does reach him just barely. There's nowhere for him to hide. There's still the flank coming in from Neo. But Pasha's problem is that he's far removed from the action. Shotgun only to work with, and Neo's already spotted. I take back the distance between them. They go aggressive toward Neo, but Pasha, he's gotten very, very close. Low HP, checks the wrong corner, tag, but not enough. Taco wins it 8-6 SK.
Fallens is such a genius. How does he find a victory in that sort of situation? They're completely surrounded. He has no grounds to even try and get the bomb down there, but he actually finds that Molotov and uses it perfectly as well. They know Bialy's in that A-ramp position. They take a gamble, throw the Molotov on the A steps. The perfect plant comes in, and then they charge the segregated player. He actually burns alive. They're in great position to hold the bomb off there. And like we said, the financial situation was in tatters for Virtus.Pro. They push towards middle, got the first 2 frags, but it's not enough. Final round comes in, 3 UMPs and M4, and Pasha, of course, he's on the shotgun. Fallen. That was just such a masterclass in Counter-Strike, how to recover from situations.
Smoke down with the op. Staring inside of the B site, but at least as far as it can before it's prohibited in doing so. And Pasha was up close, but backs off. On the same weapon as before. As said, she'll signal for Neo to try and get a little bit closer. And as he does so, it means that Fur is able to slip out undetected. Phelps not going as aggressive toward mid, but Neo's not in a position to spot it. Fur has to be careful though, because no smoke on connector. Walks out, leaves him open. Tells Phelps, however, that he is at that corner, and they're going to go aggressive clothesline. Straight to the face as Phelps comes around the corner. And Neo still holds ground, doesn't get tagged in the exchange. And knows Fur was somewhere existing outside in middle, goes for the aggressive repeat, finds the trade. 8-7 could be the score, or 9-6. Either way, we're dead even in the third map of the finals. Bialy holding to cover off Palace, give Taz some room to work. 21 HP for Taz only though, and he's got to work from Shadow to cover off A main. Cold's already in. Check the sandwich. Taz doesn't have any flashes to try and put through. Goes up, but he gets taken down by Cold, who spots him climbing the ladder. Leaves Taco alive. He could have struck while Taco's pulling out an A, but they don't count for Bialy. Does drop the bomb temporarily. Cold, able to turn 2 versus 2. Neo, headshot over the box. Dropping Cold down. Recovery perhaps, but not quite. 17 HP for Taco, not enough. And 8-7's where we land. Perfect scoreline for this, the third of a best of 3.
That'll be another gutting round for Virtus.Pro to give away there. They just about hold on. Comes down to the 1v1, but Neo to finish it off. They had nothing really to work with there. SMGs, a couple of M4s, and that shotgun, but it's Neo pushing off towards short on your screen right now, getting those opening frags, and that fully blind kill as well. Crazy he gets the kill in that scenario, but it works out for him, and we go into the second half. It will be SK Gaming with the lead of 8-7 after a spell. I think it was 7 rounds in a row towards the end there, and Virtus.Pro is just about picking up that last one. Came right down to the wire there, but still relatively okay half. They can recover from this. It's still a CT-sided map, but SK Gaming looking very comfortable indeed. And they lost the pistol, in fact, map. So that's actually quite impressive to end up winning the half.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point when it was 6-1 that I was saying SK needed to look toward execution, to give up on the mid picks, give up on trying to find the opportunity in map control, and then they made it work. They started to hit the shots. Phelps did eventually start to get into the jungle position.
Well, then the final half here, DreamHack Masters, Las Vegas. SK Gaming 8, Virtus.Pro 7. We'll have a look at the buy for the T side here. They actually have 3 smokes, a Molotov, and a plethora of flashbangs as well. This will be quite a technical execution here from VP. Towards middle they go. Smoke used at the start, but Phelps, he finds a head of snacks.
Perfect shot, but Molotov means he can't stay in the same position, has to back off. Meanwhile, though, very aggressive push from Fur in Palace. He'll be in behind A main immediately, but Phelps still has to stay alive. Only 2 remaining for Virtus.Pro. But those 2, Bialy and Neo, who top frags for VP, are going to get a bomb plant out of this. Bialy's going to back up, walk immediately into Fur. All that ground, then he makes both kills work because Neo's not able to adjust in time.
He did
very good round.
He did this on Cobble as well in the pistol rounds, finding some space to move with there, pushing the Palace area, coming in the back, just as VP think it's safe, and he strikes once again. It's Fur finding 2 kills, and it's actually a really nice way to open up the map here. There it is, Cold Zera. Fantastic stuff there. And here's the backstab we were just mentioning as well. Good night, Bialy. And good night, Neo. Does it again. 9-7. And in terms of the buy, not traditional SK here. They've actually got a couple of rifles. They normally get 5 UMPs in that second round, but they've got 2 M4s, 3 UMPs this time. And the force buy actually coming in, Matt. in the second round after getting the bomb down. This is unorthodox, bit of a gamble. UMPs, P250s, and a Tech 9.
B apartments occupied with smokes. Taz, however, has bomb toward Palace with snacks. Fallen gets toward the corner of main, but watch for inside smoke, tagged up, backed off. They're gonna rush in. He's gonna fire a lot of ammunition and have to go to the pistol, but manages to back away with smoke to conceal. And Cold was there to cover. Nice shot for when he arrives in the site as well. It's down to just Neo and Bialy. Another round gone, another round for SK. The question is now, with no bomb plant, how patient are they willing to be? Don't force anything. Perhaps they go for a few deagles. It's going to be one deagle thus far from Neo.
So that's a gamble by Virtus.Pro. A lot of teams will do that. Recently, they'll bring 2 AKs to that second round force buy and then have some P250s to go with it. They go with the UMP, and it's a gamble that really doesn't pay off. If they had just taken an eco in the previous round, they'd entered round number 18. This one with AK-47s up against the SMGs. Neo, like you said, that Desert Eagle finds a headshot. It's very effective on Mirage, and Snacks close range, but only has the Glock. Can't really do the damage just yet, and Fallen gets the opportunity to fall back. But you know what? He wants the kill, and he gets it.
Snacks got so desperate, knew he tagged him, that he switched to the burst fire.
It's a desperate scenario when you pull that out. It's not great in CSGO.
Oh, watch you jump, Neo. Would love very much to find that pick. Taz with bomb will go toward the B apartments. Neo joins back in his direction, but good find from Phelps. Bialy going down inside of middle means that even though they're going to come down through the underpass, they won't have much access when they arrive inside of middle because Phelps is still sitting in connection and Cold is directly above them.
Well, there's 2 players remaining now, no grenades, 4 on 2, and they need to ultimately just walk into their deaths. They can't really do much with this round. Phelps will pick up the final 2 kills there, lovely stuff by him, and now it's going to be a bit of a problem. No AWP available for Virtus.Pro. They're going to have to get the 5 AKs out, and going to be quite an uphill struggle at this point in terms of the utility purchase. No Molotovs. They do have flashbangs though, but 5 smokes to work with. AWP comes out for Fallen. Bit of a bonus round. You can see there are 2 UMPs still in the hands of SK Gaming, but as we've spoken about, there's so much this week. Not really a big issue in the right hands. Can be very effective SMGs, maybe a little bit too effective.
So top mid covered for Virtus.Pro. Pasha behind boxes. Smoke window, smoke cat. Pasha will hold station, but Cold's gonna go aggressive. Flashed into the UMP. Good shot to find Taz. There's more there. Cold gets both. He wants more. He's hungry. He's got an AK pulled out, flash through. They don't know he's in the corner. They do turn. Snacks will find him. Thankfully does, but now it's Taco's turn to strike. It's traded by Bialy, but a big advantage.
Oh no.
That's a missed smoke that was going to cover off as well over toward the window. They'll get the bomb plant, but big advantage for SK. Problem is that it happens so quickly. They still get a bomb plant. Pasha's at the window in front of Fallen. And Fallen can't land the shot. Now it's all to play for. 2 versus 2. Phelps tagged. They may pull this back, Virtus.Pro. It's all defer. UMP from distance. Nade's going to go directly toward him. That forces him to move, and Pasha hits him perfectly.
Well then, up against it. It was the 3-on-2 in that scenario. Cold Zero to open things up with the UMP. I thought he's going to walk away with that round. He overcommits potentially there. He gets to 2 frags, certainly had the option to fall back. Gets flashed, stuck in the corner, and at that point, VP get given an opportunity to make something happen there. It's Pasha doing some fantastic work with the AK-47, but let's remember that was that bonus round from SK Gaming, so they still have enough to buy here to be 5 and 4s, and oh my god, I thought that was going to hit. Neo with the scout, and Virtus to open things up.
Great first shot. Snacks, meanwhile, does want to go back down toward underpass. Taz over there, bomb horseshoe. Bialy alone in Palace. It's Fallen at shadow as well down below that. Most important positions, quite clearly based on the crossfire we just saw. Cold Zero and Phelps to hold off window. They're going to go for the boost right now as well. Firing into it. Cold reads it right. Decent damage, but Phelps is there, so he doesn't have to hold on to it quite such a firm grasp. He can allow them to slip into his teammate. Bialy will go, knows they're toward jungle, so checks there first. But as we just mentioned previously, Fallen is immediately below him. Dropping in, Bialy checks it. Oh, lines it up as well. Edge of the wall saves him, smoke off to CT. Bomb's not inside of the site with him, however, so it does not mean a bomb plant. And that becomes less likely in the fact that Fur finds Taz to come support and hold off the site. Neo, best option.
Yeah.
thought was going to be to go to B. He thinks that Bialy's going to hold this for him.
Yeah, Bialy's got some intel at least. He's on the site. It's clear that smoke's gone down near, and he still needs to make his way to the bomb site silently with 30 seconds remaining. And Phelps waiting on the other side. This would be an almost impossible situation for VP. I don't see how they win this round. Comes down to Bialy. Needs to nail a couple of one-shots here. Let's see if it happens for him.
Fur backs into jungle as the moment they cross. But it's fine. SK, they'll happily allow, oh, they don't even need to. Phelps peeks it. Happily allow the plant and go for the peaks immediately after, but never mind conceding a bomb plant and giving Virtus.Pro any additional income. They've got 12 rounds, 4 to go for SK.
And the problem is Virtus.Pro winning that previous round and then losing that one without a bomb going down brings the scoreline to 4-1 here in the second half. And more importantly, there's no money available for VP coming to the latter stages, the crescendo, the grand final now. And they go for the force buy. Okay then. All in for sure. UMPs, 1 AK and a couple of P250s. This could cost VP everything. They lose this round, it's 13-8 and have to be fully eco into the next round, but what can they do here?
Taco with a Molotov bounced in by his teammate, stands tall on top of the van. Doesn't have a lineup, but nearly gets damage in. In fact, I think he did tag Snacks on the last bullet, down to 51. They're gonna go fast. Taco wraps her, doesn't know they're beside him. Tried to change his angle to cover off the entrance, but they got down the window sooner. It's on to Cole. Nice snap back and forth. 180 angle. Looks for the third spot. Bialy, low HP. But Neo is able to push up, and that gives Bialy a great chance. It's all on Fallen suddenly. The tables have turned.
Wow. The all-in play working out for now. 3-on-1, but Fallen coming in with no kit. So he's got a mammoth task up against him here.
Good find for Bialy. Good angle. Cold nearly does everything inside of the site after he loses Taco, and then it just falls apart.
They actually had 3 players towards the B side of the map there as well, the CTs, and somehow losing out to those UMPs. Like you said, Cold Zera doing a fantastic job from the bench position, but not quite enough. The UMPs prevail, and Virtus.Pro, like we said, they're all in play. Actually gives them a little bit more to work with here. They've broken the economy in return to SK Gaming. This one is not done and dusted just yet. Virtus.Pro, 4 AKs and a picked up M4 up against the CZ and UMP in the hands of Phelps. In terms of his money remaining, it's certainly a partial buy. They haven't force bought into this one. No grenades or kids to work with here, and hoping they can do some work with the lesser UMP this time.
Snacks is waiting if Fur wants to push through. Certainly has the look as though he might. Phelps is there to pop back out. UMP. Oh, they're both lined up though. He's not gonna go now. Snacks doesn't even need to go that far, which means Phelps doesn't get the angle on him, but chases him down. That'll work. That'll do.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually very disciplined from Snacks. Doesn't overcommit. He's got the man advantage, but now it's tied up once again. Phelps, the only player with an SMG, finding a kill and bringing it to an equal situation. And the T's are actually pretty far back here, and all the way in the B apartments and the T entrance. So at this point, Taco is alone towards B, but what can he do? He's only got the silenced USP, to be fair. If they go into B, he's pretty much done for. I don't see a world where he can get a kill here. He does get the information early.
Yep, jump to spot. Falls back to bench. Immediately falling, gets in the sight, looks for the deagle, can't land it. Taz already has that kill. And Taco funneled immediately onto him, will fall as well. Phelps does get another kill. Stays on the UMP, interestingly enough, because there is an AK down in that position from when he killed Snacks. Meanwhile, Cold has made it in the sight, hits a headshot on Taz. He's got a reload, he's gotten in behind the pillar. This will encourage Phelps to come back toward the site. He has armor, but he does not have a kit. He started this with the UMP. He's got 2 kills, 2 more to find. They spot him immediately. They know he's there. They already had seen him prior, but they confirm that he's come back for more, and he may regret it, but he still wants to find the angle. 10 seconds would still suffice at this point in time, but he won't get that far.
Well then, Virtus.Pro managing to stay alive here. It was a difficult round, but it ends in the 2 versus 1. It's SK Gaming with that UMP towards the underpass. The 2-man stack in that position, getting the first kill and funneling Neo and Co towards the B apartments. And like we said, there was one player in that position. It was Taco, just with that silenced USP. He gets the information and makes that round really touch and go for Virtus.Pro, but they managed to pick it up and they close the gap now, 12-10. And as an open hands are fallen though, once again we said he was very quiet on the second map with this sniper rifle. We'll see whether he can really get going here on Mirage now.
Fur with the peek out toward middle, will back off, has no choice with that many players. At the top of mid, behind the boxes. 2 rounds. Virtus.Pro, you said it, haven't won a major event since E-League. but they will have had, with this included, 3 finals, which will all have gone 3 maps, and will all have had a very close 3rd map. Surely that's got to be a hard pill to swallow if they can't close this one. New York, the Major, and now this. Twice it would be Mirage as well for that 3rd map. They got the revenge on Astralis, but they still want the win. Snacks finds Fur, good pickup from Pasha. Phelps tries to rotate back around. He gets inside window, they get control.
They still have plenty of time to work with as well. Fallen is the only player towards that A side of the map. That's where they're ending up. You can see Snacks with the bomb in connector right now. Neo coming from Palace. Bialy, he'll be his T-step. So everyone coming out at all the key choke points. And Fallen has the AWP. He can get 1 kill before the terrorist will be aware of his position. And he needs to land this. He knows they're coming. And he's going to look towards connector. Missed
shot though. Missed shot's big. Neo can't quite strike before he gets back to seat. Doesn't need to go aggressive. Tries to get the scope in time, but Neo, perfect headshot. Can now hold off for the to defend the planter, but he goes down immediately. That nearly cost Snacks his life. 2 versus 2 as he's tagged. It's 20 HP and a missed flash towards CT, but as Taco's relocated, it does give Snacks still an opportunity to fall back underneath of Shadow.
Okay, then the retake's coming in. Cold Zero and Taco both together and doing some damage.
They know one's there. They have to check it again. Cold does find it. It's now down to 1 remaining. It's Bialy. Good shot on the first. Just has to hold the angle, and it's low HP for Taco. It's an M4 as well, so the headshot potential not there, and Bialy's got it. We're back to within 1.
They did a decent job there, the retake, but Fallen, we've said he's been quiet with that AWP. He misses an absolute sitter there towards the connector. Can't land it, and at that point, that's when Virtus.Pro capitalized. The bomb goes down. It was a decent attempt at a retake. Comes down to a 2v1 in favor of SK Gaming, but the last player remaining there is Taco, and he doesn't have the HP to work with. Bialy, and a great job there in the clutch situation. It has to be an eco at this point. It's 3 rounds in a row for Virtus.Pro, and they managed to come in with 4 AKs and a UMP, not much to speak of for SK Gaming, P250s, CZs and Deagles.
So same approach again for Pasha to be at the top of middle, but this time they won't push down mid quite so aggressively to get off ladder control. Cold. Sneaky, sneaky Cold, but not quite. Papa Pasha says no and denies Phelps as well.
Matt, this all stemmed from that force buy with the single AK, UMP, and some P250s. It's got Virtus.Pro right back in this game. It potentially could have lost it for them, but this is looking fantastic now. 5 on 3, but Taco smoked out.
The big thing is the double smoke here.
Yeah.
You don't often see that as much anymore, but because of that, he can't wrap around and try and find them as they bypass into the site. It gives Bialy a very forward stance toward Checker as well. And this is going to be a tie game. Exit kills would do wonders for SK as well, with 5 still up right now on the terrorist side. Their money's not great, but it will be after this round. So 1 for Taco, significant in itself, and a 4th round loss bonus. If they could pick up an AK, which now they do, will amount to a decent buy for SK.
Well, he has got the AK-47. That's Fur, trying to save that into the next round. In terms of the money they have right now, it's around 2K per player, and they'll be getting $2,900 each. So AWP can come out, but whether Fallen wants to pick that up, it's been quite a quiet game from so far. We're in round number 25. He's only got 10 kills. He's on 10 kills, 16 deaths. Cold Zero, on the other hand, he's dropped the 30 bomb, playing fantastically in this department, but Phelps not too far behind. Taco, though, quite a rough game for him, 8-14.
Fallen as well has been quiet throughout the whole series. He did have the one great round, you pointed it out. Great intelligence to pull back at 2 versus 3 on Mirage, but his fragging isn't amazing. It's true.
He's been known for that kind of stuff, and like they expect him to be having high octane frags with the AWP as well. Just haven't seen any of that really. I like this boost. It's one of my favorites in the game right now. This is so cool.
Does mean they have to have an escape plan from mid, whether they charge through apartments to go back that way and take a fight, or Cold will hold the line to allow them to get out. Phelps, oh, he's got the spot too. The boost works. Down goes Pasha. That means they've got the freedom to move back toward connector. Never mind the escape plan, it works with the pick. So a 2-2 split onto the A site. Snacks to lead first. Fallen catches him from fire. Good headshot, goes for a nade instead. But Phelps does trade to Taz, drops bomb down, and with flames in front, it'll hold Virtus.Pro for a little bit longer, a little bit of time. No one directly inside of the site itself towards CT, but 3 players waiting at connector that can bust in. If Bialy doesn't mow them down, only gets the one. Fur was tagged, but Fur is low enough that Neo still has a chance in this, and so too is Phelps. But watch the push from Fur, because I don't know that he's going to be completely ready for it. Neo snaps back, finds it, nearly transfers, and catches out Phelps, but it's Taco to capitalize, and it's 13 rounds SK.
I mentioned this in the pregame, Matt. When you watch Neo in these clutch situations, you can just dissect his play. It's so beautiful to watch. You can see he's got a plan. He knows the exit strategy out of every scenario there. The smoke is dropped. He finds that first frag, jumps at the bomb site. If he hits that bullet, he's got a serious chance of winning that round. But it's SK Gaming stealing it away. It's going to be number 26 here. And that boost they did at the start of the round, super cool. Gets that first frag, and they fall back and force Virtus.Pro to make the next move. And the next move is indeed a difficult buy. Galil comes in, Neo just with the Desert Eagle.
And I forgot a small detail, Henry. I said it would be 3 finals. There's another one in that. Epicenter was as well. Final for them. That was the way of Dignitas. They're starting to be second place, runner-up constantly. They've got to get a win here, surely. Taz, that's why he's been so motivated and invigorated. Neo left with a Deagle in this round is going to potentially hinder them in their chances. Galil as well for Bialy.
Yeah, this is a rough round for them. Still the 5-4 as SK Gaming. Currently 1 round advantage goes to them. If they pick this up, there's almost no money at all for VP.
So smoke over from Pasha that heads toward the jungle position. Snacks will start to lead off from Palace, but first position works, shuffles. Can't find 2. It's Pasha that gets him back immediately. Watch for Fallen to strike. Flash up, no climb. Spots one inside of the site and has time to readdress, but 15 HP only. Snacks is able to capitalize, but in doing so, he leaves himself distracted. Therefore, Phelps gets the refrag. Oh. Nice shot from Taz. Cold down, gives him the bomb plant. Very important that he gets it, but Phelps is aggressive. I'm impressed with how aggressive he's been in this series. Certainly warming up to the fact that he's on SK and he's got a teammate directly beside him. Taco work together, but they don't go at the same peak. Oh, Taz! The devil strikes, and Taz ties the game.
My God, that's so good from Taz. Such a pivotal part of the game as well. They lose that round. They've got nothing to work with going forward, and Taz holds his nerve. The spray down comes in, both headshots as well, and it's forced a timeout out of SK. Time to dwell on it, and you can see a rare smile there from Taz. Beautiful stuff, and in turn, he's broken the money of SK as well. They've only got $2,000. Virtus.Pro back in the driving seat, but not done quite yet. It's 13-13. Oh, that was exciting. What a way to finish that round.
And they were so close to peaking together.
That's all they had to do, face at the same time. They separate. They come from the same position, but they give him 2 separate opportunities to find the frag, and he pulls it off. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Well then.
This is sick. This is getting so sick. SK, you said it, no money, are going to be limited and have to be very smart. I don't think you buy anything at all if this is the case.
Yeah, well, this is double eco territory, Matt, because they've only got 1,400 to this round. Oh, are they forcing?
I mean, I guess if it's double eco,
it's going to be double eco regardless, yes. Right? But like, it's still a really scary move to make. So they're going with the UMPs, the P250s. It's all in. So after this round, it will be 14-13 if they don't pick it up. And then the money is still in dire straits. Round number 27 comes in. This could be one of the most explosive ones yet. SK with 2 SMGs, a CZ, 2 P250s. And how do they get into this round? It's going to take absolutely everything. The boosts aren't going to be an option here. Someone needs to step up with an aggressive play with the SMG. Who's it going to be?
So all up in middle. From Virtus.Pro, SK sitting back more patiently and passively. Cold only limited to a CZ75. He's been the hot hand for SK. Pasha's already up as well to catwalk. He's got a clear window. Cold's immediately in front of the vent on the other side. But already having him on catwalk and everyone else inside of the B apartments, this means Taco. It's about to get a toasted Taco. He's about to be very, very busy inside of that site, and Fur's not yet to rotate. Cold still wants to know where Pasha is. Spots him, confirms he's still there. Cold's got a decision to make. Does he try and hold off Pasha, win that fight, and leave Taco alone, or does he go over toward the B site and give him support?
Well, they'll be walking towards B, is what we call a contact play, but there's the contact spotted now. They will be committing all into the B-bomb site.
And Cold has to rotate at this point. Taco still inside of the site, does have a chance to line up a headshot, but Taco goes down to Pasha. Cold, same fate, Bialy gets it. Virtus.Pro, with Pasha getting aggressive, are gonna plant the bomb inside of the B site. And get round 14 because there's nothing they can do. The SMGs and armor need to be saved in this double eco territory. Fallen as well is trying to just look for exits. He's not even gonna push with the P250 because he's got chest armor.
Yeah, the thing is, Virtus.Pro, their money's in a very poor position as well. They don't necessarily want to go hunting here. They'll actually have a little look around towards CT spawn, but they're not gonna heavily commit to the actual full investigation of the map here. Bialy going towards CT spawn. No one there for now. We have got one player on the A side of the map. That's going to be Pasha, taken down. Fer managing to stay alive for now. The round will go in favor of VP, but SK desperately need to hold on to this lesser weaponry. The UMPs need to make it to the next round.
At least for now, they will. Fer surrounded on the minimap, but they don't hunt him. They don't push through the vent. One round lead for Virtus.Pro and very little money for SK. It's almost playing for overtime at this point, but we've seen strange things happen.
Yes.
And with situations such as this, in a final such as this, a slip up from Virtus.Pro could easily change that.
One round away from championship point. It's Virtus.Pro. It's towards underpass we go then. SK Gaming, both UMPs committing to this position, trying to get that first pick and fall back. But Bialy, he's already made it towards the connector as well. They can open up this map and he might just do it towards CT spawn. Oh, caught over the nade in his hand.
Bialy trying to shuffle into the site, does get spotted. Tagged and dinked as well onto 2 HP, so this is the start they need for damage, but not now, certainly not now. Snacks and Pasha finding headshots, 3 in the mix. Pasha with 2 kills, and Cold is just waiting for Bialy to walk out, but Snacks says, nah, I'll protect my man, my friend with low HP, and it is championship point for Virtus.Pro.
2 rounds, SK Gaming to stay alive and force us to overtime here on the final map in the grand final. 15 plays 13, and in terms of the buy, the money left over, SK Gaming have 1 UMP, 1 Fabus, and 3 M4s. No utility on Phelps. This is a rough round. Virtus.Pro know they're in deep trouble here, so they're actually going to be capitalizing. Neo with the first kill, the AWP kill to take down Phelps.
What a start. Pasha as well is inside, middle flashed in, timing is perfect.
Could be it.
And it's Fer in the corner gone. A 2-man deficit, make it 3. Pasha's got Cold. And it's getting a very cold day for SK because it's Fallen and Taco versus 5. Bomb inside B apartments, no one inside the site to defend it, and Fallen's found by Bialy, who looks to Taco. Not quite done so easily. But they're on the brink. After 4 times in the finals, 3 defeats. They might just pick up the win. Let's not get too far ahead. Taco's still with a chance because he's got a kit, 2 kills, and 74, but they know exactly where he is. He in turn spots Taz, but good utility used. A Molotov inside of the window and a smoke at the door. Taco, he's held out of position. He'll Molotov off on Cat because he knows one's there, but it's already found. Neo gets it. And Virtus.Pro, they'll pick it up. They were determined all week. And they prove it. Champions, the new masters in Las Vegas. What a job from everyone, you have to say, on that team. Snacks, Taz with a huge clutch, the forced buy win that could have cost them the whole game.
That was such an exciting last map to pull it off. Virtus.Pro, just when they're at a breaking point as well, the forced buy with the SMGs, the pistols, get them back into it. And SK Gaming, they couldn't actually find some stability after that round. Virtus.Pro, amazing victory there, and another awesome grand final in CSGO.
And you can see Phelps looking a little bit disappointed. It would have been his first international championship at a premier level event, and it's taken away. What a series, though. They got Cobblestone. We had no idea they would do that. VP steal back train, and VP, they take the championship, the Masters of Las Vegas.
Taz, congratulations. The last time Virtus.Pro won a large event of this stature was E-League Season 1 Finals. Since then, 7 months have passed, other teams have crumbled and broken up, but Virtus.Pro stands strong, and today you are champions once again.
I mean, it feels good. It was a struggle on the last map, but, well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
You need to tell us more about that last map because it was so close. So many great plays from both teams, but in the end, how was Virtus.Pro able to take home the win?
Yeah, the game was extremely close. It could go either side. SK played great. They made adaptations on Cobblestone. They played an amazing game. On Mirage, it was 6-1 for us. Then they came back. Then we came back. Beautiful game. And we won.
Now, Taz, this lineup, over 3 years of playing together, there's nothing else like it in CSGO. It's very clear that what you guys have is so special. What do you have to say to all your fans all around the world?
I told you we come back stronger. And we came back stronger, baby.
There you have it. Congratulations again, Taz. There you have it. VP are your DreamHack Las Vegas champions.
Beautiful sight to see. Taz made a promise to his fans, and this time he did deliver on the MGM Grand Garden stage. Virtus.Pro are your DreamHack masters here in Vegas, and it was quite the final as well. SK taking it all the way, a full 3 maps, conceding the first map loss of the tournament.
Do you know what MGM stands for now?
What's that?
Masters get Mercedes.
Indeed, yes, a promise made by, I think it was the CEO or a higher up at Virtus.Pro saying, hey Taz, you lift the trophy, you get a Mercedes. That's not bad, gets a nice car.
Do we get Mercedes?
Yeah, DreamHack, anyone? Cars? No?
I wonder what the rest of them get Mercedes, though. That'd be, that's a good way to cause team division. Just one Mercedes given out to a team of 5.
Yeah, okay, we get a tire each and someone gets a steering wheel.
That's a little messed up.
Oh, fantastic. All the same, though, Mirage closed out. I mean, Jason, jump straight in, please, just because we have to understand. Virtus.Pro, 7 months, Sue said. 7 months since they managed to pick up a trophy at a major CS event.
Yeah, and it actually looked very, very bleak for a certain period of time. They started off well, and then, I mean, SK comes back into it. But even the second half, they played a lot of that from behind. And, I mean, it's crazy when you think, without that miraculous 1-on-2 clutch from Taz near the end, without that miraculous call to force by AK with no armor, I think they had like 1 UMP and like 2 Tech-9s or something like that. And they make that work with a B-Rush. So, I mean, they really had to claw their way back into this game. And it was just at times a battle of mid-control and also, I mean, just a battle to overcome Cold, who had an incredible series and an incredible third map.
Absolutely.
I mean, the funny thing is, I was saying to them when it was getting really close and it was around the 12-12 territory, I was like, this is like a flashback to the game in Oakland where SK narrowly lost and Cold was just going off, basically doing everything he could do, but unfortunately it's like one of those scenarios where you put in a great performance and the team effort just doesn't quite match up to it, you know.
I mean, we saw just how much that affected Magisk in Atlanta when he was like broke records and still couldn't quite get the win. Either way, though, I mean, it is grit and determination. VP actually looked like they were on the ropes at one point, rather appropriately in this arena, and they managed to overcome it. We knew they were capable, Yanko. These players have been around for so long. Neo and Taz have played alongside each other for close to 11 years now, and they still stand on main stages playing their favorite video game and winning a whole lot of money as well. Beautiful.
Definitely. I mean, it just shows how much that experience actually means, right? You know a number of other teams who would probably crumble after some of those rounds. I mean, yes, VP did win a couple of very close rounds, but so did SK. That 2v3 that they won, where Bialy didn't hear exactly where Taco was, and they, you know, like ships in the night, basically missed each other. I think that in the end, it just shows that even with all of that, even with VP, only in this game did they have a good start in one of the halves. That was the first half of the game, as Taz pointed out. They were 6-0 up, 6-1 up. So I think it shows how much grit they've had to come back from that. And
I mean, the scoreboard mirrors the story we've been telling since day one with Virtus.Pro. They win as a team. Stark contrast to the SK scoreboard.
Well, I mean, it's sick seeing Virtus.Pro win with Pasha, who's had such a good event, had a great major. Obviously, we talked about his resurgent form. He's at the bottom here, so I mean, he had another game, but another bad game. But all the other teammates stepped up.
Yeah.
On the other hand, yeah, Cold and Fur are going to be the two obvious ones that had great, but I think Phelps, I mean, he had a phenomenal series as well, I thought. And just to be like optimistically critical, one thing that we noticed early on, because obviously getting into the grand finals, we saw Phelps, the new addition to SK, the most of all the new additions. He got to a point where a lot of the things that Phelps was doing were a little bit, they were repeated. He did the same thing over and over again. A lot of mid-control Mirage, a lot of the same plays over and over again. That's something that'll change when SK starts getting used to playing with him. So, I mean, SK has a very bright future with Phelps in this roster.
Yeah, I mean, this is an example where I don't feel like they lost this one. Like, it's not like they made key mistakes that really, like, they're a brand new rosters. The first tournament they've ever played together. And the whole thing is, this is what Virtus.Pro does. Like, if Virtus.Pro put you in these tough situations, I mean, we saw at the major, they can win.
Fantastic stuff. As you can see, Taz is having fun with his trophy already. Be making its way to a mantelpiece, I'm sure.
I agree with Duncan that, you know, you need to give huge props to SK. We were saying that, you know, the Astralis Virtus.Pro semi-final, whoever wins is going to go on to win the tournament. SK gave them a run for their money, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and all of that, we're just having a new player for a couple of weeks against a roster that's been together for 3 years. So once they have time to practice, to see which maps they want to play, you know, they didn't have in this map a map that was obvious, like a favorite for them.
And this is going to be like what happened at the major. Like, I think this is like for SK, they're in the VP seat of what happened, where they just got crushed in the last rounds, you know, by VP, and they're going to come back, they're going to figure out the map pool, and they're going to be the ones on the hunt, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, alongside that as well, something that we observed, I think the casters did too, was Mr. Phelps, the newest addition. We're talking about the fact that he's only been there for a couple of weeks, but also he was playing with confidence. He was looking like someone that had been playing for a lot longer than that. In a grand final, on the grand stage, it's a good sign of things to come, Jason, when he's already showing confidence, already being able to make big plays.
Yeah, he's got a very good skill set, and I think one of the most important things about him is...
Did you say something?
It's kind of like the conversation that we had with NIP and Michael Laley, that he is a kind of a playmaker style, where he is someone who can change the rounds. He can really just change what's going to go on for SK. If they seem to be losing a round, he's the guy who's going to make that play that switches it. So, I mean, it's just going to take time for SK to kind of utilize that skill set, see what he likes to do, and fit that into their system. So, like I said, they have a bright future. This is a guy I know Duncan's talked about. This guy has the skill set to be a star in the future, and he's still very, very young. So, I mean, this isn't something that they need to hang their head about. They're going to be a dangerous team moving forward. So everyone's getting all excited about this age of Astralis, but right now SK is looking like they have a good future coming up. VP is remaining consistent. So this is one of the best times of Counter-Strike we've ever had.
I think it's definitely an opinion that all of us share, that this is going to be a fantastic year for Counter-Strike. I mean, look at some of these highlights. I mean, the fact that we went all three, the train as well, some of the plays we saw from Snacks. Also, a quick reminder that, you know, SK had that train loss taken away from them. Virtus.Pro demonstrated that they can battle with SK on what was arguably their best map at one point.
One big theme that we could take from this tournament is we've seen Virtus.Pro picking Cobble quite frequently, and it's been dangerous times. I mean, you think that Cobble pick versus Gambit like backfired, the one here against SK where they lost it. So I mean, Cobble's a map that Virtus.Pro's got to look at and say, if we're going to like it so much that we're going to pick it this frequently, we've got to be better on it. We can't just be dropping those picks that much if we're willing to play it against some of the better teams in the world.
And obviously, everyone who didn't win this tournament is going home, and they're going to be practicing Inferno, because everyone needs to know. Now, not everyone's going to be good on it, but all these top teams, if you're SK especially, it's a way to widen it out there. Everyone wants to know if you can get good on this map, if it can get reliable, that's a way to kind of have the chance to come through this possible. I mean, we're looking at how stacked this era looks. When you got to add in G2 to the mix, you got to add in FaZe with Nico. Someone's going to get good on that map, and that's going to be a key aspect to raise them up in the competition.
No, absolutely. And while we're talking about maps, the last one, Yanko, you may have something for us over on the Telestrator. I believe it's ready. I couldn't tell you for sure, but let's have a
let's
have a go
hope for the best, Alex. If not, I will draw some stuff on the minimap anyway.
Yeah, do some drawings for us.
It's actually the round that Jason mentioned. It was the round where VP, funnily enough, decided to force buy. The score was 12-8 at the time, so it's very dangerous for VP if they don't win this round. Basically, you can see that they are like coming out of spawn. People are buying, they're coming back to buy extra stuff, so it it seems like there was a lot of confusion where what they want to do. Like Neo made the last-minute call, and you can see how they just throw the top mid smoke. Pasha is there. He bought all the nades. That's very important, so that he can draw attention to himself while the rest of the team is focused to go for a B execute. Now, why does VP go for this? They go for this because they've noticed that a lot of the times SK wants to fight for that mid control, that they send all of their players towards mid to try and basically deny that control of that part of the map to Virtus.Pro. They draw attention to Pasha, at least try to do so. You can see that SK is moving around. They're a bit lost at the moment. Taco doesn't get the sound cue. He's going to get flanked by Taz, and Cold all the time is basically just hiding here, kind of a Joker play. So Taz gets the upper hand on Taco, surprises him. They just have, this is very important what you see. I'm actually going to rewind it. So what's very important when you commit for a set execute like this is that you have a player pushing and peeking wide. He needs to be there. He needs to gain ground so that you're able to trade and get access towards the bomb site and plant the bomb down. If you don't do that, if you're just scared of getting first contact, you're probably not going to be able to plant the bomb. The rotation is going to come in and the round is going to fall apart for you. So this is very important what Taz was able to do. That's why Cold was only able to get 2 kills and he was traded after that.
And this was the round which kind of started that crazy comeback, right? From 12-8, and then we see VP getting the 16 on the board. It's kind of crazy to see that from a position like that, with a buy like that. I mean, is that Counter-Strike in a little bubble, do you think, Duncan? Or rather, CSGO in a bubble, that you can have an AK without Kevlar, a P250 running in, getting 2 kills?
I mean, this is like basically like almost like a full circle for VP, where they're taking like the old strength of Mirage, which used to be their map, and they've added in like this force buy era that we live in now, because that obviously wasn't the world back then. There weren't these OP pistols.
Pulling and envious.
And now they're in a world where it's Mirage has won them at this point in time. If you remember in New York, it was a loss on Mirage. It was the heartbreaker to Na'Vi that cost them. In the past at some of the majors, ESL Cologne, it was Mirage where they got beaten by SK. So I feel like actually Mirage is a map that in the current map pool, they need to get better at. They need to get onto that map, and that's where we can see VP. I mean, they've won a tournament here, but they're certainly going to be contending for future ones.
The parallel is kind of funny as well, to if you think this 12-8 and Virtus.Pro does this kind of like a force buy rush towards the B bomb site. Well, if you go back to the major and look at their train game against Astralis, it was 13-7, and Astralis has like a Tech 9 rush to the outer train yard, and that's what starts their comeback to win this. So we're seeing the impact. I mean, still these force buys obviously so strong. But
is this one supposed to happen? Just wanted to check what the rules were on that.
I think it shows that how important it is to get a good read, and if you get a good read, you can win the round with limited utility. It's based off of you figuring out, okay, this is what they've been doing, we just need to do X to counter them, and in order to do that, we don't need to have 5 AKs and all of the nades.
By the way, that round of Taco, I mean, it's not any problem or fault of his, but if he's not peeking on top of Van, he doesn't get completely blinded while he's just shooting in. He doesn't eat that flashbang full in the face, and he might be able to fall back to a better position, but just one of those unfortunate timings.
Now, gentlemen, as CS fans, I know that we enjoyed that grand final, but Parla is standing by with some people who I'm sure are a lot more happy than we are. They're going to have huge smiles on their faces. It's none other than Polish side Virtus.Pro. I think he's almost got the whole team surrounding him. Parla's standing by with your DreamHack Masters.
Welcome backstage, everybody, where I am surrounded by 4 very happy Polish gentlemen. Congratulations, Virtus.Pro, on being our DreamHack Masters Las Vegas champions. You are our new Masters. Pasha, what's going through your head right now?
I dream about Lamborghini.
Talking about cars, that's a very good segue, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe that the owner of your team promised you a E-Class Mercedes-Benz if you won.
It will be for whoa.
It's for Taz, apparently.
I don't know. If it's a promise, it's a promise.
If you're watching, sir, I think maybe he owes you one. But why is it just you getting the car? Why not everyone else?
I have no idea. But I like it.
I like it. Guys, do you want to hold up the trophy? Because we have the trophy here if you lot would like to see it. This thing is huge. So remember, Snacks is a huge human being. Taz is a huge human being. Pasha is huge. Neo is also in great shape. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive.
Very big.
What's it like? Have you had enough lessons from the Pasha London School of London for some further interview questions?
Yeah, the Pasha London School is the best in the world. You should go and join them.
All right, and I guess, Pasha, you have something to say about your School of London?
It's very expensive school. It's very expensive school. Okay.
Okay, I've heard it cost about 200k. Neo, for you, again, one of the absolute veterans of the scene, what's it like to win this tournament?
Nice. It's all right. I mean, it was a good game. It was a long game. Good. GG to SK. Thank you.
Were you surprised that you guys won on each other's map picks?
Actually,
Anyone want to reply to that? I'm more than happy.
actually, it's our 3 best maps, so we were happy about those maps, yeah.
Yeah, and there was that pivotal moment in the final map where you won a 2v1 against SK, and it seemed that really started the snowball. They had to eco twice, and from there they couldn't do anything.
It was beautiful.
I'm sure the clip is already on Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like before that I was losing the game, but then we were winning, so it's nice. And the shot on Cold Zero.
Oh, dude, you guys were all playing fantastically, and it's wonderful. Of course.
They need to call me on cobblestone because I am not on stage, so they call me and I'm coming for the second and third map.
Okay, so after cobblestone, you decided it was time to play. Guys, what's the plan after this? What's next for you guys?
It will be Katowice, yeah, in the beginning of the March, so...
Our crowd and team coming to the hell in Katowice! You in hell!
You're coming, and we winning.
And then we can go to the Pasha London School, yeah, in Katowice. It's private lessons in our room. You can always come.
I feel like I'm surrounded by like 3 jokers, and Neo's just like, the kids are at it again. Neo, have you got any final words?
I have nothing to add.
There we go, guys. More than well-deserved. Huge congratulations. It's a pleasure to see you guys work together for so long and still achieve consistently amazing results. Taz, final words?
I'm trying to win the nodding contest.
Oh, okay.
I think it's still on.
The memes are still strong.
Yeah.
Trollmaster. Thank you so much, guys. Best of luck in Katowice. That's it from me here backstage. The interviews after the games. We'll head back to the analyst desk for one final segment.
Well, I think Virtus.Pro shotgunned a beer each before they got to that interview. That's why it took so long.
At least.
At least, yeah. Well, they're evidently happy with their win, and they're already setting their sights on Katowice just around the corner.
Can I just say that Neo is my favorite person
Neo's a god.
in the world?
Yeah.
Like, probably in the world.
Yeah, you think so? I have nothing to add. No, nothing. My team have done it for me. Virtus.Pro champions. We can quickly remind, if anyone's just joined us, you've missed the entirety of DreamHack Masters Vegas, you slouch, but you can catch it over on the YouTube, of course. The VODs will be up ASAP. This is what it looked like, and at a journey it
Spoilers.
has been. If you've just joined us, sorry, this is exactly how it played out. But we got a real dream journey through those quarterfinals. Following that, we had those semis where we saw SK really make North sweat in a 2-0, and a full 3-map affair between Astralis and VP, which did lead nicely into another grand final here at, believe it or not, the MGM Grand. I need to stop doing that. It just slips out. Duncan, we're going to start. We're going to start by closing this one by just asking how this one has been for you. You've had fun so far in Vegas. Been enjoying your time here and enjoying the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was, from the beginning of this tournament, I didn't know where it happened, but I really hoped Virtus.Pro and Astralis would play again. Now, obviously, the game, to some degree, didn't really deliver like the same level of fireworks we saw at the major. Yeah. But actually, I think you've got 2 rivalries here that have real legs. Like SK versus VP, obviously. I mean, they've met so many times. And now, for some reason, VP's winning the last few of them. And then Astralis versus VP, that one's not over. Like, that's going to happen again. We're going to see that again. Probably going to even see it on the same map. So I thought it was interesting to see how the next chapter developed. And I want to see what the next one is when they meet up in the future.
I mean, the CS book for 2017 is just going to have chapter after chapter of fantastic Counter-Strike. There's no doubt about it. This is just a little taste of what's coming up.
Yeah, what
was that?
I mean, I guess we'll move on.
Moses.
Let's. I just want to say, Danish Counter-Strike. It's not the drug for me. I tried it this weekend.
Oh yeah, you did.
Wasn't a big fan. Got a little paranoid.
The Anders
a little bit
mind.
of the cold sweats. Yeah. So in the words of Fifth Laren, let's go get some beer.
That is the plan. We're going to go party. Yankee, you up for some partying tonight?
No.
No? You're going to go sit in your room,
more to add.
Watch some demos?
I have nothing more to add.
Right, well, we're going to go ahead and start the party, as will Virtus.Pro. In fact, the entirety of DreamHack Masters crew are going to go ahead and celebrate, and thank you for joining us throughout this adventure. Big thank you to our sponsors one last time, HyperX, Monster Energy, Asus ROG, and the MGM Grand, which is where our party will start. This has been DreamHack Masters Vegas. We'll see you next time. Ow! Wow.